Fascinating. Okay. This is exciting for me. I am learning VTubing very early days and playing Pips in order to have something to talk over. Pips by the New York Times. Delightful game we'll get to in a second. Link in the description if you want to play it for yourself. This is the first time that I've actually pinned an item to my model, and it was by accident. I was trying to move these around, and if I kind of get it near my model, that's close enough. That's close enough. Where's the breaking point? Fascinating. Okay, hang on. I want to test something. If I put this here and then move my model over to it, ooh, and then nope, that doesn't work. But if I start with my model closer to it and then just pick it up and drop it, now it's attached. Okay, and back to the corner. Yes, thank goodness for item scenes. And we're gonna get started with the game. Thank you for your patience. What do we got going on? Quite a lot. I don't want quite that much of the advertisement, thank you. And just a tiny bit. Yeah. Okay. 5 that are equal means that we've got the placement of these. So I don't know what numbers they are, but we couldn't get a 6, 6 here because that would require this be a 6, 6. So whatever this is, there's going to be 5 of them with a true duplicate in that position. This down, this over. 3 of a kind, 2 of a kind, some to 4, some to 7 across 4, which is pretty low. Some to 23, which is a 6, 6, 6, 5. That's nice to know. Do we have a 6, 6? We do not. Yes, we do. I'm going to put this back. 6, 6, 6, 5. Those are our only 6s, in fact. I suppose it is technically possible for the 6, 5 here to be sticking out, not into the less than 5, obviously, but if we had a 5, 5, yeah, that could be, and then we could supply another 5 from over here. Doing it that way feels awful, but it does. Okay, cool. So you know how we were just talking about the location of this? This 6, 6 and 6, 5 can't be here. Like the more obvious route didn't work. What we've got to do, we have to use both these dominoes in the blue, but they can't be filling the blue because then this stagger doesn't work. And we can't have the 6, 6 outside the blue at all, and we can't have the 6, 5 over here because that overwhelms the 4. So indeed, we have to have the 6, 6 in the middle, the 6, 5, this is getting messy, I apologize, sticking out either the bottom or the left, I guess. This leaves us more options. We could still put the 5, 5 here, or we could have 5s going down into whatever the 7 is. So let's do that. And then one of our 5s, and we do have choices there, the 5, 1, the 5, 0, the 5, 3, all could fit inside the 4. And then we still don't know what this is. It could be 4s, it could be 2s, could be 5s. Those are our true duplicates available. Do we have enough 4s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we do. And they aren't required anywhere else in particular. I see now the problem. I cannot put this sideways. But I don't get to use the 5, 5 either. It's got to be a less than 5 something. 5, I guess. And then 5 down. Given that that uses up 2 more 5s, I doubt we have enough to make this 5 5s as well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 more, and then 1, which is not enough to fill out the rest of the green. So we know that's not 5s. It's going to be something with a true duplicate. We don't have a double 0 or 1. We do have 2s. Do we have enough 2s? 2, 3. No. Good to know. So what was the other one? 4s? It was 4s after all. Okay. How many more 4s do we got? 1, 2, 3. Good to know. that precludes... So we're taking this as 4s. This is 5 4s. This is all 5 of our 4s. So we cannot have the 5 0 be here because that would require another 4. We don't have a 4 4, and we don't have enough 4s to do that. What do we got though? Do we have a 3 4? No. 4 1, 4 5, or 4 0. So we know pretty much that's going to be a 4 1. We can't have the 4 0 for the same reason. We can't have this be a 4. And hopefully we have a 5 3. We do. Good fun. Yep, I'm liking this one. This is a good day. Okay. What else do we have for 4s? We have a 4 5 and a 4 0 in some orientation. If it was 5s down here, if these were reversed, that would be 5 5 5 5 5 needed. We have 1 2 3 4 5. We do have enough to get that done. Doing it this way, we need instead to put 3 zeros down the line. Can that happen? We're running low on 5s, but maybe could get this done. Yeah, potentially. 5 is going to be a 0 or a 1. And then the other 0 would have to be 0 3. Do we have something that sums to 4? We have 2 options for that, yes. If we did it this way, that would be there. Summing to 7 isn't possible with that. So I want to say... Yeah, I want to say that this is not going to end up as zeros. In fact, we're going to do... Oh yeah, we should keep the zeros for the sum to 7 there. So we're going to swap these around, do 4 5s. That gives us all of our 5s to get rid of. How shall we do that? We can't have the 5 5 sticking out of either the green... No, yeah, it doesn't work in the green. It's got to be here. And then, yeah, we have a 5 1 5 0 over here. That is the only way to have enough 5s and keep the stagger correct here. So, depending on what we need, we're either going to have a 5 0 or a 5 1 sticking down, and then the other one goes up. Either one works in the orange, 0 or 1. Cool. What do we got going on over here? I'm guessing... Oh, interesting. I'm not sure. How shall we build 7? We do have zeros available, so it could be 0, 2, 3, 2, maybe? Don't know. What do we need for the equals? I think we're solid here, but I don't know which one to place next, I suppose. So we could try a 3 1. 3 2 would get us the sum to 4. 2 2 would be our only other 2 option. If we did that, we need 5 more, and we don't actually have enough. So that's a cool problem to have. Yeah, these 3 have to sum to either 6 or 7, because we're going to have a 0 or 1 sticking down in there. Now that we have all these low numbers, how do we get to sum to 6? How do we get to sum to 7? That's going to be 5 plus 2. Can't do it that way. If we did a 2 2 there, we would have no more 2s available. We could do maybe a 4 plus 3. Don't have the 0 available. Don't have 1s. We do not have 2s anymore. Can't get it done that way, I guess. What about the other 4 and 3, right? Ooh, I don't know. I'm surprised to be flummoxed at the end like this. I wonder if I've made a mistake in placement or if I'm just not seeing the connection to draw. Let's see. We do know the stagger. It's going to have this sticking out. We know blues can't be zeros. One of them is going to be occupied up here. We could test if it's 1s, 2s, or 3s. Actually, it can't be 1s. 1's going to be occupied bordering the green, so we can't reach. And we don't have enough 1s after using that, I guess. So it's going to be either 2s or 3s. If it's 2s, that uses up a 2-2 here, so this can't be a 2-2 in the 4. It would have to be a 3-1. 2-3 is the only thing that borders how we need there, so that would stick a 2-2 out there. This is the only one available, and that isn't enough. That gets us 5. Most we could put here is 1 for 6. That doesn't reach our 7. That doesn't do what we need. So I'm guessing blues cannot be 2s. They're going to have to be 3s. If they are 3s, we could do the 4 as a 2-2, say. We might be stuck doing it as a 2-2. If we do 3 over here, 3-1, 3-0, this is even worse of a problem, though. Did we make a mistake somewhere else earlier? Potentially. Not a fun thing to realize at this late stage. But what you're gonna do... Did anything I say here ring incorrect? Could it be 0s yet? No. 6-5 is set, right? Like this 23, 24 is 4 6s, 23 does mean 6 6 6 5. We only have these 3 6s available. This 6 6 being in the middle, because stagger was set here. 6 5. Pretty sure. The 5-3, maybe not. 5. And if this is 4s, we should explore if this is 4s. What else was it gonna be from there? Yeah. Let's rewind to that point just to make sure I'm not spending too many points up in here. We have 5s available. That's gonna spend even more points. And I don't think we have enough 5s with the green. Legitimately. 1, 2, 3, 4 available. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Nope. If this is 4s, and this is going to be a 5 something. 5 4 4 0. Why didn't we like that? Oh, because it uses up the 4, right? Yeah, we need the 4 to be playing over there, so I can't do it that way. 5 0 would put a 4 out of there too. 5 3 or 5 1. What did we do last time? 5 3 and 3 4? Or 5 1 and 3 4? No, there is no 3 4. It's 4 1 4 5 4 0. Yep. Okay. So I want to say I am confident on this. Where was the mistake? What am I not seeing? Did you already see it? We did a 4-5 and 4-0. Maybe we can revisit the 000, see if we can make that work. Say, if this is a 5 out, this is a 5, 1, 5, 0, still gonna end up over there. 5, 5 needs somewhere to live. It ain't gonna fit there. This is zeros now. Can't for stagger be in there. It could hypothetically. Can't fit all the way in the 7 tucked away. And it actually couldn't work that way either, because we don't have enough 5s for the blue to have another one. So for a different reason than we tested last time, we get the same result. This can't be a 000 in the dark blue. It is going to be the 4-5, like we had before. You can hear the frustration in my voice. Okay, what am I not seeing as an option? What am I not seeing in the correct count? I swear, if I added the numbers together and said 6 when it was actually a sum of 7, I'm going to be cross in rewatching this. Let's see. We have 5s to get rid of there, and we placed the 5-5 pretty hastily before, but I think that stands. Yeah, for stagger, we have this going down. We can't have the 5-5 there. It leaves an orphaned single square. So it's going to be over here, tucked in the dark blue, so that this can have enough 5s. I'm going to just leave these there so that I have fewer things to look at down here. These might flip. So this is going to be either a 1 or a 0. Retracing familiar ground. This can't be 0s. This can't be 1s. It's more clear why now. It's going to be a 2 or a 3. If it's 2s, that gives more points outside the blue to make the pink go up. But that might not be a sufficiently good reason. If we have... Okay, what's the... That. Okay, just minimizing this to make the pink go up. Oh, what a waste of time. Cool, okay. Good fun, thank you for joining. If you'd like to take a look at the model, I've tweaked a little bit of the skin, as you can see. Please don't mind my... Hang on. Oh, I've got a table attached to me too now. Oh, this is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna item toggle things unattached to the model. Actually, I guess I could use the long press, right? Long press thing. Don't put item to my... Hang on. Why is it... Desk is not put item in model. Don't put item in model. Look. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to just bloop, and then the whole thing back. Yes. And then me, but not there. And let's go ahead and get the background going. Yep. Okay. Cozy place. Thank you for joining. Feel free to say hi, ask any questions, or give advice if you know what you're doing and I don't. But I'm also having fun just playing around and learning. If you feel at all inclined to check out VTube Studio, go for it. It's not nearly so hard to get into as I was expecting. And it's great fun even in the learning process. Alright, thanks for the time. Bye.